repost repost the breakdown. We'll do that now. 1 second. And sorry if we've gone very, very fast. If you have any questions, just send them to Bridget or me and we will, there you go, that's it. Right. So introducing Lauren.
Hello, I am Lauren Alex Hooper. I am a singer-songwriter primarily, but I am sort of a writer of many things, so you can kind of find me in lots of places. This first song is called The Loneliest Whale and was inspired by the whale that sings at a different key, different frequency to every other whale. And I really relate to this whale. So I decided to write a song about it, and it will be on my next release, which I don't know when that will be, but sometime soon, hopefully. Think I'm on a different frequency, 'cause the signals never seem to reach me. Do you feel that way too? If I wait out to see, would I see you? Do you ever feel as scared as me, reaching out and hoping endlessly just to be ignored? Do you ever wonder what you're hoping for? When you call, I think I hear something shift in the atmosphere. A song for everyone who's lonely too. And yeah, you're out there on your own. Wherever you are, I hope you know that I'm singing with you. I'm singing with you. Treading water for so long now, but talking to you like you can hear somehow, like we're two of a kind. I wonder if we'll both be alright. When you call, I think I hear something shift in the atmosphere. A song for everyone who's lonely too. And yeah, you're out there on your own. Wherever you are, I hope you know that I'm singing with you. I'm singing with you. And maybe there are others like us, I don't know. But alone together is better than just alone. When you call, I think I hear something shift in the atmosphere. A song for everyone who's lonely too. Oh, yeah, you're out there on your own. Wherever you are, I hope you know that I'm singing with you. I'm singing with you. I'm singing with you. I'm singing with you. Thank you. Apparently I'm playing space guitar tonight. So I hope that's not too distracting for everybody. Thank you for the lovely messages I'm seeing in the chat. I'm just going to have a quick drink. I encourage you all to as well. So my second song is called Garden, and I wrote it for my mum, and she is in here somewhere. And she has quite literally saved my life in supporting me through the autism and ADHD journey. And so I had to write a song for her. And this is it. I love you, Mum. This is called Garden. Sleeping under the earth, another winter. I was slowly freezing. It almost took me with it. Now these roots are stirring, reaching up to the sun, and you're there to meet me. You knew spring would come here in our garden, your home and mine, that you poured your love into, your care and time. You looked after sweet peas, you looked after me, and when I faltered, you still believed here in our garden. I live in the weeds. What a burden, what a mess I seem to be. I suffocate the flowers you planted on your knees. I'm back-breaking work. You don't complain, but I know it has to hurt. Are the wildflowers worth it? 'Cause I'm still not certain. Here in our garden, your home and mine, that you poured your love into, your care and time. You looked after sweet peas, you looked after me, and when I faltered, you still Thank you. Thank you all so much for listening to me. I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. I know you will have a great time because everyone here is amazing.
And Lauren, I am going to read out all the comments because I think it's really lovely to also read those out. Beautiful. Your voice conjures up the sounds of the past, mixed into wild landscapes, wild travels and escapes. Lovely, really moving, really speaks to the soul. Wow. Clap hands, beautifully expressed, so lovely. Thank you for sharing. Beautiful voice, great melody, and love the lyrics. I live for space guitar. Hot eyes, wet cheeks, beautiful, very resonating, different frequency, out of phase reality. Reach out, please touch me. This is our garden. I'm stuck in the weeds, a big red heart. Thank you so much for sharing. This was so, so lovely. The garden is so special. I'm sorry, I'm about to cry. I'm so touched, could so relate. I'm so glad Bethan mentioned this. Beautiful music. So thank you so very much. And yes, you've made me
I'm
cry.
gonna cry now.
So
Thank you all so much.
thank you so much. And without further ado, we will be going. I muted myself halfway talking. Sorry, I don't know why I did that. We will go to Bethan, but everyone, if you could just show hands or just hearts in the chat. Thank you so much, Lauren. And over to spooky, eerie, scary storytelling. So, right. Okay.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for inviting me tonight, Elinor. I'm amongst some amazing artists here, so I feel very honoured, and I'm actually trying not to cry from the music because it touched my soul. So I'm just going to gather myself for a minute. Yeah, so I normally tell stories on Eerie Essex and Spectre of the Sea. I like folk stories and stories that make you feel a little bit shivery, which is perfect for this time of year. So tonight I'm just going to take you on a little journey. So I hope you enjoy. What a perfect night to share a folktale that has been passed on through generations. As the days grow darker, we can gather in together and gather in candlelight to pass on these stories. As the breeze starts to carry with it a shiver, we can pull a blanket closer. The balmy summer nights have given way to crisp, clear, star-strewn skies that shine above us as we sleep. A magical silver blanket shimmers in the light that manages to break through the morning mist. Close your eyes. Listen. Feel. Let the day's worries melt away and allow your senses to open. Maybe where you are, the rain is heard outside. The neighbours are settling down for the night. Children are being tucked into bed, and the world is growing quiet, still, peaceful. The season is upon us where the veil thins, and those that dwell beyond are closer than ever, and we cross paths with the dead. In sharing a ghost story, we may feel a pleasurable shiver down the spine, but we are safe and we are comforted. A memory of something unexplained that draws people closer, crossing social boundaries and generations who may never otherwise converse. We feel part of a community, and we feel safe. I say we feel safe. We have all been told that no matter how scary a story, a ghost can't really hurt us. Or can they? This never brought the same comfort for me growing up. In the hinterland of Glamorgan in South Wales, ghosts were well known to interact with the living, and one story in particular will always haunt me. Near to the coast stands Ogmore Castle, today a relic. It stands skeletal against the starlight. And one time, many, many years ago, a young man was walking back from the pub just around the corner. He had heard tales of the ghost that liked to walk the castle walls, the White Lady of Ogmore. It was well known that she guarded something underneath the tower. Nobody had ever found what she guarded, and she wouldn't appear to everyone. But on this night, this moonlit night, when everybody else was still in bed, and this young man was walking home, he felt drawn to the castle. As he entered, the air felt different. He had been here many, many times before, and he knew the area well. But tonight it felt different. It felt odd. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, the White Lady appeared. She rushed towards him, grabbing him by the arms and screaming. Most would flee, and up until now all had, but he decided to stay. He dug his feet into the ground, and as she finished her scream, she slumped into his arms. "Thank you," she said. "I've been waiting many, many years for somebody to be brave enough to withstand this. If you do as I say, I can be freed." She explained to him that beneath the tower was the treasure that she had been killed for. There was a large chest of gold, and if he promised to only take half of the gold, he would live the rest of his days in splendor, and she would be free. So, taking half the treasure, he went home, and, just as she said, he began to live his life in splendor. Days, weeks, months passed, and he very quickly spent this treasure. Greed started to creep in. He felt the draw of the rest of the treasure, the half that he had promised not to take. This greed overtook him. He indeed went back for the treasure. And upon opening the chest and starting to gather the gold into a bag, he heard the shriek again. Only this time it came from a creature hanging from the rafters above his head. It leapt upon him. The White Lady, no longer a lady, she had been turned into a creature, talons, feathers. She grasped onto him and, shrieking, "You promised!" she lashed out at him, grabbing his throat, slashing at him with her nails. He managed to escape, barely, and he dragged himself back to the farmhouse. He daren't tell anybody what he had done, for he knew that he had brought this upon himself. And taking to his bed, he began to wither. Doctor after doctor came to see if they could help him, until eventually, when he knew that he couldn't be helped, he confessed to what he had done. And, upon confessing, he drifted into the other world, and the White Lady has never been seen again. Her treasure is still unfound, and it probably will remain unfound. So the next time someone says to you, "It's only a story," feel free to share this tale and pass it on.
You've actually got a little bit more time, Bethan. Do you have another little short story up your sleeve?
I have many stories up my sleeve.
Yeah, if you would like to share another one,
Absolutely. I mean,
got 50.
ghosts in Wales are pretty hardcore. So there are actually quite a few ghost stories that didn't end well. And there is actually one further up the road in the village that I grew up in, and it's known as the Tondy vampire. Now, this is a spectral being that was described as a cadaverous figure that would haunt the mines at the bottom of Tondy Hill. Whoever it met on its path, it would glide towards. It looked quite see-through, it looked quite ephemeral, but as it got towards people, it would grasp them around the jaw and drag them back towards the mine. Most managed to fight their way off, the ones that we heard of, but around that time, a lot of people did go missing. Did they end up in the mine? The mine that is now disused and flooded with water, we don't know. But now and again, you will hear a story. You'll see on social media people hearing the sound of hooves, seeing the white glowing eyes following them along the path, and the spectral vampire of Tondy still rides. So if it's this time of year and you feel like taking a walk around Glamorgan or indeed anywhere in South Wales, look over your shoulder.
Do you have a third one?
Did I go through it too quick?
Well, it's up to you. You've got a little bit of time. What we could do is we could also invite Lauren back for one song. So it's up to you. Or we
Yeah,
could,
I'm happy for that. I'm happy for that if Laura wants to do one more song.
yeah, or we could also see if there are any poets or writers who'd like to share some pieces.
Anna mentioned that
Yeah.
I wanted to share, yeah.
Okay.
Between a
we'll
poem
see
or a
Bethan.
song, but
We might invite you back for, I didn't realize the stories were so short. So, I mean, that was my fault because I didn't quite ask you because very ADHD. So, but maybe further on we could revisit if you, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay, so Anna, we're going to spotlight you now. 1 second. I didn't do the spotlight very well. I added like there. Can I just say, Bethan, that is the most amazing background as well. Amazing. Right.
Thank you. I painted it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your stories. And that's incredible. Yes, Bethan is also an incredible artist as well. Thank you. So over to you, Anna. I think you're on mute.
Can people hear me? Hello?
Yes.
yes, we
Yes.
can, yeah.
Hear you. No, you're on mute again, Anna.
Can people hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can, yeah.
Okay, so I wrote this poem for an art exhibition that I did. I'm an artist, and I just thought I was really worried about doing my speech. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to write a poem. And also I did a talk about what the sort of art I do at a psychic fair recently. So I read it there. Actually, I think I wrote it about that. Anyway, I'll carry on. It's called Blobs of Colour. Blobs of colour tell the tale of the flow of life you can never fail. Still my mind to help me find the answers hidden deep inside. Connect with peace to find some relief from my spinning thoughts and the fear of my faults. Always moving, swirling, curling, watching the story slowly unfurling. Vibrant hues giving me clues and showing me an escape from my blues. Helping me heal, express what is real and what it is that I really feel. Find me feeling free and being able to show the real me. Accepting I might not be like the others and being proud to show my true colours. So that's finished.
Thanks so much, Anna. Thanks so much for sharing. That was really nice.
And I've got another one if I've got time.
Yeah, you've got time.
Ruins. I just got to look it up. Okay. It's called Ruins and Rubble. Emerging from my little bubble and sifting through the ruins and rubble, learning so much as I go. To find my flow. I'm stepping, my little girl lost who built a wall of frost. The world feels such a scary place, not sure if I can take the pace. It's so damn hard to trust when the key is so covered with rust. I really want to show my light, but still I'm holding on too tight. I need to learn to loosen my grip, but I just stand and bite my lip. I'm sure I'll find that missing piece. And finally, I'll be released. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Anna. Thanks so much for sharing.
Thank you for listening.
I've got some really lovely comments coming through. So I'm just going to read them out to you. Powerful, very relatable. Anna, what a lovely way to introduce oneself. I really love the rhyming. Nice, brilliant. Love your honesty. Thank you. So thank you so much, Anna, for sharing. Is there anyone Is there anyone else who might have I'll just unspotlight you because I know how kind of unnerving that can be. I'm just going to spotlight Brigette to get you off spotlight because I haven't worked out how to do it properly. sorry to kind of spotlight you there. Or maybe I could spotlight myself. 1 second, maybe that might be better. There you go. Hi. Actually, together is good, isn't it? Side by side. Is there anyone else who would like to share a poem or some writing or some text that they brought with them? There was, I mean, we do have Bethan who says she has an eerie poem, but shall we wait? Maybe. Tia Ansari, Farzin, would you like to? Does the yes please mean that you'd like to read a poem or have something to share? And if not, then we'll go to Sparky and then we'll go back to Bethan. Okay, so where is Sparky? There you go. I'm gonna unspotlight ourselves. There you go.
Hi, hello. I wasn't actually going to join in originally. I've got COVID at the moment, and I've been feeling pretty rotten the last few days and not able to speak. But clearly, I'm able to speak now, and but there is a distinct chance I might not be able to stop. If anyone who's met me knows that's that problem does arise. So I'm going to do a quick poem. It's not quite thematically on the whole like spookiness and eeriness, but I mean, got a giant shadow next to me if that helps, and yeah, I don't know whether it's going to move independently of me or not. So that's a nice little plot twist. So this is the one I wrote about imagining that I was a cat. Completely unrelated leopard print outfit. That's just because I can't think of a quick analogy. It's COVID. Definitely the COVID. Sassy kitty. Taylor loft, no time for pondering. I get what I want when I want it. Reflections are a sobering fear. I felt noticeably more the way that I feel and I've been feeling and noticing this more. It's all cyclical, and my gosh, don't we know it? So that's what happens if a cat, even for a second, becomes reflective. Yeah, that'll be my poetic offering for the evening. I've loved everything that's been on so far, so yeah, hope everyone's having a nice evening.
The shadow is moving a little bit. Right, yes, Sparky, thank you so much. I will now find sorry. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to read out your little comments as well to your poems. There's a black cat, another cat with heart's eyes. Go, Sparky, and thank you. So thanks so much. Right. Yes. So, Farzine, I'm going to find you. Oh no. So I know that your camera's off. You don't have to come on camera. But yes, I will spotlight you anyway. Just oh, why have I lost the spotlight? Oh, I'm sorry about this, everyone. I don't know why.
Hi, I can hear you. I don't know if you can.
Yeah. Let me just find you to spotlight you. So
Ooh.
yeah. Why is that? It's not allowing me. Oh, it's because your camera. Okay, you can only spotlight people who are on camera. Is that it? I don't know. Well, anyway. Oh yeah, no, I can't spotlight you. But you yes, if you just if you speak and I unspotlight myself.
Sure. Can I just go invisible? Please.
Okay, share a poem that we'd love to hear it.
Lovely. So I actually wrote a poem about my mum. You know, I could so relate to the song with Lauren, I think. Hi. So my mum lives far away. She lives in a different country, and I do miss her a lot. She lived with me for 2.5 years, and now she's living in a different country, and I do miss her, and she's just amazing woman. So I thought I'll just share one with you, if that's okay. Okay, so the poem goes like, Mum, you are so far away. My sunrise touches your sunset. I am sending a kiss from the windowsill from the snow-flaky, dull, gloomy morning of Chichester to your sunny, bright afternoon to darker. I wish the wind will blow the kiss all the way from me to you.
Thank you so much. That was really warming and lovely. Thank you for the share. So we've got little comments as well. Just because there were 2 comments that I missed for Sparky, I'm just going to read out the Sparky comments. Great, heard you before, you make me smile. Lovely to hear your poem, Sparky. And then the comments for you, Farzine. I love the sunset line in particular, a big red heart. That imagery was lovely. Lovely, Tia. A big red heart again, a lovely heartfelt poem. So thank you so much for sharing.
I'm so touched. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh.
Right, so I'm going to go over to Bethan again, who's going to now share the eerie poem, but you also have a little bit more time. So I think we've shared the poets now. So if you'd like to do another story in a poem, I don't want to put you on the spot, but you have got a bit of space.
Okay, well, I thought so this poem, I've never written a poem before, apart from, you know, little pieces in a diary. So this is the first poem I've properly sat down and poured out. So I originally grew up in Wales, and when I first moved to Essex, when I got off the train, I was like, what is that? And it was a horizon. I'd never seen it before because I'm used to hills. So this land to me is absolutely otherworldly. Essex gets this weird sort of, thanks to Towie and different programs, the folklore and the history is so forgotten. And I have learned far more about my new home by looking at the folklore and the land than anything on the news or online. And I was so lucky to work with Elinor in a previous project on Mersey Island with Gemma Oakley, and we looked at the disappearing land. And coming from somewhere with hard rock that was very substantial, had been there for a millennia, and you could find fossils, and the cliffs weren't moving, and the land was so firm, to come to a land that is, as you watch it, disappearing. I mean, there was one point where we were on the coast of Mersey Island and part of the cliff fell down before our eyes. This was totally alien to me. So it really added to the necessity to gather these stories, which is what we have been doing in our project on Mersey Island, but also why I do Eerie Essex. And I think that this is where I began wanting to write poetry. It sort of awakened something. It's something, I think, when from listening to other people's stories, when something of loss or something that is going, or something that is, it won't be anymore, it sort of sparks that creativity. So this is my poem, and I hope you enjoy it. This is about the small piece of land on Mersey Island in Essex, which by 2050 is going to be gone. Half the island is going to disappear, and all these stories, all these creatures, and all these places will be no more. So I hope you enjoy. The Watchers. This stretch of land betwixt the green and the brine belongs neither to you, and indeed nor is mine. The footprints that mark a day spent in bliss are all washed away with each tidal kiss. The magpies standing sentinel over grass, earth, and shore fly overhead where we will walk no more. On feathered wing, black, white, and blue, listen as they call warnings to you. The ferryman waits for the day to finally come, when he carries the last passenger, and then there'll be none. For with nowhere to land, he leaves his vessel to rust, each passing year collecting more dust. The fisher's moth that resides here for now enjoys the numbered days, but understands how, with heavy heart, their home will be claimed by the waters that cannot be tamed. After centuries of those watching the sea for messages, tidings, and enemy, you are the final watchers, the end of a line. The last gift you have and has been given is a small stretch of time. Listen. Close your eyes and listen. Take it all in. The wind in your hair, the sun on your face, the smell of the grass and the trees in this place, the feel of the earth and the sand at your feet, the taste of the salt, and rest. Feel complete. Listen. Breathe. And remember.
Thank you, Bethan. That was really, really beautiful. I wanted to actually write a comment, so that's why I was kind of going, I want to write a comment, but I actually will just verbalize it. I loved how in your poem the land became a body, or the sea became the body, like a human body, and we swap places with it. So it could feel its own mortality, if you like. And I sometimes wonder whether it can or does, because it's always renewing itself. So it was really powerful for me.
Oh, thank you, Elinor. That's lovely.
I'm just going to read the other comments. Big red heart, and gorgeous. So thank you so much, Bethan, for the share. I'm just aware that we've swapped round the breaks, as in, like, there was supposed to be a break earlier, and that. So if everyone would like to have a 10-minute break, we're going to have a 10-minute break, and then we're going to come. Oh, there's some more comments. Gorgeous. It's so good to stop, to reflect, and to listen. So lovely. So thank you so much, Bethan, again. So we're going to have a 10-minute break. Everyone come back at 8 o'clock. And then we're just going to be a little bit earlier, actually, which is great, because we didn't know if we'd have time for the oracle at the end. So this just means we might actually end on time and include the oracle. So everyone come back at 8 o'clock and or 2 minutes past 8, and have a good 10-minute break. See you soon.
God's sake, where is it? There we go. So I could get the. Hello. Sorry, yeah. Oh wait, I think maybe I'm doing this wrong. So,
So R,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, just I don't know if you know that you're not on mute.
Have I not been on mute for a while?
Yeah, I didn't know if you'd done that on purpose or not, and I was like, I don't know if I should say anything. So
Oh.
don't worry, it was fine. We didn't quite hear anything. But I've given you 20 minutes. But if you don't use it all, that's fine. But if you do use it all, great. And there's also, yeah, awesome.
Okay, I might. So we wait. Are we waiting a few more minutes? I just wanted to.
Yeah, like 2-3
Yeah,
minutes.
sorry.
Fine. Yeah, no, that's all good. All good.
So we just.
Oh, it keeps unmuting me. That's really weird. But it's time, isn't it? So, or soon. Well, whenever I get there. Oh, sorry. Is everyone ready? Oh, shall I just go?
You know, there was a comment and it said, "I already love it." So-
Yeah, I wasn't sure if people were here or not.
Yeah. No. Wendy loves it.
Oh, okay. So sorry, I will start.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
actually start. Sorry about that.
No apologies. All good. Yeah.
So sorry that I had my camera off for everyone. I was actually like trying to make some of my tea because I didn't plan well. But I was. Thank you for everyone for sharing stuff. I'm gonna start with this song because I restrung the harp recently and it has a tendency to go out of tune when you do that. So I'll kind of start with this one. But also it kind of links in, I think, a bit with Bethan's poem about time passing and nature having a message for us. So I have to explain a little bit. This is about a conversation I started having with my desk in lockdown, because I think it's the oldest thing that I own. And when a lot of the time went a bit weird and different, I started thinking about history and how close a lot of history is, and how when we think about the objects that surround us, some of them are, so this desk has 1895 written on the bottom, and it's still in my room and it's covered in paint and I've treated it not very well, but it will have seen so many things. And the desk is made of ash, and ashwood's really significant in folklore, in folk ritual, in medicine. That's what aspirin comes from. And so yeah, the desk had a lot to say, but I will let it speak for itself. I can't I was made with saw and lathe. Oh, hang on. Sorry. I also made a video for it from my album that I did, so I worked out how to share it in the background. I was really, really pleased with myself. Hang on. Sorry about that. So yes, here's the video, which might give you a little bit of a sense of kind of there we go, sort of history and the sense of time that I was here we go. I was made with saw and lathe in 1895. Now I sit in your back office with a half-completed tax return inside. Sometimes at night I hear the voices of young lovers in shade of branches carving their initials into wood. Maybe the wood from which I'm made. The Billy bookcase looks at me with angles made by factory machine, put together artlessly. I heard you swearing when you lost the Allen key. Lately I've been dreaming of an axe that carved a sapling trunk in two. A sick child was passed through, east to west and side by side. The tree and child were bound together, one to stand in for the other. Sometimes I think that that child was me, then it fades into a dream. There are stories I could tell of men who sat here signing lives away, slaves by any other name that liberal history chose to erase. And maybe when you're dead and gone, your daughter or your grandson will sit down and write about whatever's left upon this lonely desk. Outside of the window I can see the dying branches of ash trees. It makes me wonder, when will I be all that's left of them? So something I often forget to mention when I'm introducing this song is that there's a fungus that grows on ash trees. It's not parasitic, it's part of the ecosystem that helps in the decomposition of the dead branches and the dead matter that ash trees naturally drop as part of their life cycle. And it's not really much to look at. It's like a black piece of coal, which is why it's colloquially called a King Alfred's cake, you know, after the cakes that King Alfred burnt back in medieval times. And it's been used as a firelighter for centuries now. Because of its structure, you can drill into it and light an ember which will burn really slowly for days. And I was wondering, struggling to know how to finish the song, and a friend reminded me that the British ash population is almost certainly going to be decimated in the upcoming years, in our lifetime, and that's because there's a disease called R.Dyer, which it kills the trees. So I was thinking about the desk and all the different stories it could have kept telling me, but I ended up thinking about it looking out the window at all these branches and stumps covered with these King Alfred's cakes. And in the middle of lockdown, in the middle of COVID, I was just left with this idea of this black, ugly, kind of unremarkable fungus that most of us know nothing about, that would actually have been, for medieval pilgrims, one of their most precious possessions. And when they die, will King Alfred's cakes all grow upon them? And when they die, will King Alfred's cakes cakes all grow upon them. And when they die, will King Alfred's cakes all grow upon them? And when they die, will King Alfred's cakes all grow upon them? And when they die, will King Alfred's cakes all grow upon them? And when they die, will King Alfred's cakes all grow upon them? And when they die, will King Alfred's cakes all grow upon them? And when they die, will King Alfred's cakes all grow upon them? And when they die, will King Alfred's cakes all grow upon them? To carry the light of something that history can't quite remember. That's done now. It's quite long, that one. I always talk for about the same length as the song, which was often yeah, it means I've used up quite a lot of time already. But I'm gonna play one now because obviously it's Samhain. I never know how to pronounce it, but obviously it's a kind of a time when we think about I guess I'm not practicing any sort of stuff, but a time about the kind of the dead and the worlds being closer. So I hope this is okay to if you have lost someone, and you might find it triggering. It's not particularly graphic, but yes, my brother died about it'll be 9 years actually, and he was quite young. He was 27, and he was my little brother. Hang on, I've got a little loop pedal down here. You can't see it, but oh wait, no. I'll just go with, where is it? Okay. So this is a song about him. I guess it took me about 8 years to write, and oh no, sorry. Anyway, sorry, we'll start again. Sorry, right, it's okay, no, I don't need to apologise. Right. One day in November, huddled together, your heart was still beating, your spirit had gone. The nurse called us in about 10 in the morning. I'd rather gloss over what happened in there. On strange autopilot, I walked into Loughborough, to the art shop on Churchgate that now has shut down. And I sat on the floor with pens spread out around me to pick out the hues that would colour life now. The dark grey of gravestones, the cool grey of ashes, the violet slate of the oncoming storm, and that pale pastel yellow I bought on the off chance that maybe one day my hope would return. The next day I went round to clear out your pawn stash. Thought it would be fairer on Mum and on Dad, but all that I found was a six-sided sex dice, and the things I imagined have scarred me for life. It's funny the things that you find yourself doing, covering your cardboard coffin in googly eyes, and writing you messages in pen and in pencil to wrap you up safe in the dark of the night. The spidery grey of the barrel fine liner, the grey of the charcoal from which we're all made, and the pale pastel yellow I kept in my pocket. Its colour was too dim to cut through the shade. Later, I still haven't used it. You can't capture light on the square of a page, and sometimes I think I can hear your voice saying that maybe there's beauty in all of those graves. The grey of the sea reaching out to new places, the grey of the rain as it waters the earth, and a grey of my hair on a head that remembers. The time that we shared and the love it was worth. Oh, most of the time, well, that don't give me solace. The sort of sentimental thing you would say. But when I pick up that pen, I will draw something silly, like maybe Bart Simpson showing his ass. It's nice to remember the sound of your laugh. I think that's it. I thought I'd have time for 3. But yes, that was about me and my brother, both of whom are autistic.
No, we have a bit more time because I kind of wrote that in. So
Okay.
I think we'd love another one.
Oh, brilliant. Well, I do want to play my musical saw because it is my spookiest instrument. And this is, I guess, my spookiest song, but this is one that is about very much. It was interesting again because Bethan, you mentioned the mines, and my dad's family, well, one side of them, my granny's family were from Aberfan, where the mining disaster happened, and they were all miners. And over lockdown, I was looking into family history, which is kind of where the desk song started out. And this is like the other side of my family, and it's called Canary. I might play some saxophone. I'm a bit worried about my name. Don't think she'll mind. But I don't know about you, but often it feels like being autistic means you're more sensitive to different things. And I did this commission where I was trying to come to terms with how it went, because it went really badly. And this was the way of trying to come to terms with everyone suffering, but some of us are the canaries because we feel like, we feel things more. Anyway, that's a personal bit. But something I found out about when I was thinking about this idea was a canary resuscitator. And so if you Google it, it's a thing that the guy who came up with the idea of sending canaries down the mines to, breathe the gas and warn the miners, he came up with this thing called a canary resuscitator, which is, on first glance, it looks quite humane because, the idea was that the canary would pass out, they'd all leave the mines, and then they'd close this, basically resuscitate the canary. Which is a really nice idea until you start thinking what that was like must have been like for the poor canary. They probably just wanted a little bit of peace. So this song was it's kind of that, that sort of wondering what the canary would have said, but also reflecting on what that means for how we think about ourselves as autistic, and how we try and, how I try to make sense of the fact that, capitalism disables all of us, but some of us, anyway, feel it more. Anyway, I could say loads more about that, but I will just get on with the song. But yeah, Canary's really interesting. So here we go. From 1911 to 86, I sang my song for the men in the pits, over shuddering rhythms of shovel and pick. My voice was a thread reaching out over the drifts. The first down the tunnel when something went wrong. I'd shake and I'd shiver as the gas filled my lungs. But for every time I saw those pearly gates, you revived me so sweetly, I couldn't complain. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Revive me so sweetly, I never complain. There are times, I'll admit, that I long to escape and spat in the eye of each coal-stained face. But when your life is prescribed by the cages of men, you learn how to see others trapped inside them. For a smile and a whistle and a handful of grain, revive me so sweetly, I'll never complain. For a smile and a handshake and twice weekly pay. Oh, down in the mines are we all just the same? Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and again. Pull me back to the earth, boys, again and Thank you. Hope I didn't go over. Oh, maybe I did.
Absolutely incredible. R, that was amazing. I'm going to read out all the comments because you just had a with the chorus and layers of sound, you had the chorus and layers and waves of comments flowed in, so it was really beautiful. I'm going to read those out for you. Yeah, just you've really got a flow of comments flowing in.
Oh, thank you, guys.
So it feels like this is transporting me to a quiet night in a tavern. I love the romance and tax returns, love your honor of nature. That was beautiful. Imagery and lyrics and on screen blended marvelously. You speak to my soul, you sing the song of my soul, you sing an 80s childhood and mix it within the ancient and the homes we keep in ourselves of our childhood. So many lovely images, but the half-completed tax return and the losing of the Allen key made me smile. What a history the desk has experienced. What changes, beautifully performed. An ode. This is gorgeous. Love the realness. A big red heart. I love the idea of the desk looking out and thinking about the fungus on the trees that are still growing when they're gone. A big red heart. Superb. the grey of the rain that waters the earth, such a tender, heartfelt tribute, so powerful and loving. The unexpected humour captures a unique relationship. Every single line of that was perfection, generally laughed and cried. So handy for anyone playing Halloween bingo. You can't yeah, you can't catch a light on the square of the page, the grey of the hair on the head that remembers. When I pick up that pen, I will draw something silly, like maybe Bart Simpson showing his ass. It's nice to remember the sound of your laugh. My Tade was from Bethan, that reached deep into my soul, hauntingly beautiful with a dash of sibling joy, all intertwined. Very true. So that was just me, my commenting. Thank you for saying it. Oh, how I'm having all sorts of thoughts about strangeness and stuff. Can't articulate, drat it. Wow, incredible sound. I can hear a cat's meow. So mystical and magical, haunting and beautiful. I've got goosebumps. I love the almost choral effect from the layers. Amazing. Big red heart. So beautiful. Life is prescribed by the cages of men, so powerful. The cacophony of voice and instruments was beautiful. Have you got a website anywhere I can find your work?
I'm just putting that in there. But
And I was also
actually. Oh, go on.
go
Ellen,
on, go on, it's fine.
I was just saying, I don't think I've played that last song, the Canary song, which is such a personal song for me. I don't think I've played it to an audience of just neurodivergent people before, and that felt really special to me. So thank you for facilitating that. I'm feeling quite. Yeah, normally I make some sort of have to make a joke about not make a joke, but there's often a lot more masking involved when I play that one. So thank you for.
But what you said, my grandfather was a miner, so and
really,
and from South Wales as well, Tredegar, where the where my Bethan, inventor of the NHS, was from. So it's interesting the little, patterns that are created, and the connections that we don't often know until we create. I just am also putting in here just a plug as well that you can catch R.Dyer on the 17th of November, performing live from 5 till 7 p.m. in Wembley, London. So just have a look at Magical Women's Instagram or Facebook and look out for biodivergent sights and sounds. And there's also a test audience this Thursday if you'd like to try out. We've created some digital technology, soundscape creative technology, and one features R.Dyer's incredible music and voice that you can actually interact with and engage with.
I still can't get my head around what it's going to be like.
I'm excited. It's exciting. So, but please look at Magical Women's social media for biodivergent sights and sounds. We're going to now go over to Wendy, but I just want to say, I know everyone's got their screens off, so not, but really, well, it was amazing. Thank you so very much. It was.
Thank you, thank you, and thank you everyone for sharing their own stuff.
Yeah, thank you. And I'll just find Wendy. 1 second.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Do you mind if wait a minute, sorry, I am getting you off spotlight. Sorry about this. And Wendy, are you able to put camera on, or you're not feeling well?
Yeah. No, fine.
Oh, why doesn't it let me spotlight you? That's so weird. Oh, there it is, right. Yes, here you go.
Superb night, absolutely. Can you hear that? I had a dream of 3 golden crowns, not heads of state, but my teeth that dropped out. One by one they fell. In horror I held as they seemed to meld into a mace headed by pearly cockle shells. Then weld to the hilt of a golden sword to fight the guilt that should be ignored. Looking for treasure, It's right here in your hands. And the next poem, that was actually written after a dream. This film, the little thing's still going on, but never mind. This poem is for all us here, and it's called, it's my favourite season, autumn. Come, autumn, come, let all your powers be mine. Summer was too long, long like stretched like heated saps, white liquefied bubbles sweated, swelled into steamy dumpling creatures. Swollen extremities for hands, bloaty boat feet teetering on tropical weather was topical. Explaining the hurt to the hate to the herd, sweltered in extremis is not preferred. Undulating under showers several times a day, bed a sweated wreck, only way to cope, to wash several times a day. Wishing, dancing to a higher power for rain, rain, ululating, la 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 la, tongue lip drips, precipitation fall. All I desired, just tip. Before I do a Camus, kill a man just 'cause the sun is too hot, too bright. Assault on instinct. August balmy nights, balmy army thoughts. Come, autumn, come. I didn't quite know how to say precipitation. And this one, as Helena knows, I live near a very Gothic cemetery, and I spend a lot of time in there. It's my favourite place. And this was inspired by my little friends, the Rooks, that are just brilliant entertainment. The Rook moans. Dusk sucks the life out of day. Cocky parakeets form musical notes, green quivers on leafless limbs. Shouting above the noise, squawky brats chat and split, making way for the big boys. Black-breed rowdy rooks, chaotic carousers, wear the cemetery trousers. Synced in glorious cacophony, savour the quavers, core blimey, Sheena is a punk rooker. And the next one is a poem I wrote about trying to fit in and how hard it is to be a kid and, you know, all that. It will tell its tale. One of them. From wet soil and mown grass, peat that was leaves and hewn rocks, to a small school in off-white falling down socks, to a youth club disco in brother strides, to adolescence in bullied ground. They made a monster, then they laughed. From disaster to disaster they scorned. You danced. It was all for them, for their delight. Their fool in blue pullover under the disco light. Danced alone, sang to their tune, wasn't enough. There must be tears for a clown. And be under their spell for years and years. To pull the line, be one of them, try even harder. Like when I was told by Winnie, thy trouble is, youngie, that can't take a joke. I said, I can. She said, that can't. I said, I can. And she said, that can't. Can that, chuff? And with that, she slammed their gate and went in the house. And I'm left there in my 14-year-old naivety thinking, what's the joke? Is it like at Grandma's flat and I was bored? Amuse myself with her stick tapping on the door. Say, how do Lucy? At her inn? Mimic Annie, her errant neighbour, who could often be found in a several stout layout morning after the night before. Mackie breath from a Rosencrown session, a pink slide lost in a hair skewiff, laid on the grass verge like a crucifix. And Grandma was fooled at my rat-a-tat-tat, come in, Annie. If they hadn't had a walking stick stakeout, then I'd appear, it's me, you little cat. But always laughed. So if I was told I wasn't pulling the line, I would try even harder, go out on a limb to make these godsaps accept me, half institutionalized in off-white, falling down socks, waiting to join the party. And this is a poem in a little book I did called Poetry, and it's in honor of Christopher Lee. Yeah, you mentioned in the write-up about me, so I thought I must honor Hammer Horror. Christopher Lee, it's when he died. If I had a hammer horror, I'd nail it to the door, where'er he, Christopher Lee, has gone. Our Lord and Master of blood and gore, and tongue-in-cheek, black-caped mesmerizer. Watching a double bill, kids on the sofa, scared, not scared. Tempting worlds of heaving breasts, stakes in chests, screeching bats, flapping outside windows of screaming beauties. Dirt-filled coffins in faraway castles that were really studios in hearts. How appropriate. Carriages burning through Burnham beaches. We believed it was Transylvania, Klausenberg before sunrise. Shall I do one more? One or two? Or
Yeah.
one? Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I will do this one. It's called Obit. Your obituary will be what a pitched me against the rest, said I was the best, enslaved me, possessed your power, prevented me, sleeping comfortably, then you'd begin. Dedication was all light on, light off, no rest till you left, noting passionate assonances, penning sorrowful dirges, chiming rhymes like ding-dong bells, swinging in cerebral sing-song hell. You would not let me be. Burden, I had a herd on my shoulders, bent body buckled under your weight. I died, I flied, I roared from the depths, a scream too far, caused a war in my muddled head. Yes, you saved me, yes, you made me. Payment was you took me to dark places, backs of pubs, clubs, hubs of anxiety. Messed, but also blessed. Gave me hope, gave me scope, I belonged. I was someone, the only one on another planet with you. Took me to the limit, time after time. The price, lonely, bitter, no voice. Desiring perpetuity, but guilty of missed opportunities. Ingrate, but remember me, remember me. Destiny caught up, security won. Chains of the past sought me out, drained shame, no room for sentiment. Finally, it's you or me. Before you are the death of me. Poetry, I lay you to rest till the next one pops in my head. Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm going to read out these comments. Right. It reminds me of T.S. Eliot the summer edition.
That'll do.
I love autumn, me too. I love that this feels like a space where it might be safe to hear what you hear in things, not what everyone says you have to hear. Cool blimey, hee hee, and then lots of laughter. I'm all for bird puns. I love the cemetery trousers. Wonderful words to describe heat. Oh, the humour this evening. Autistic artists do humour so well within melancholy. Yes, I was thinking that. The legend. I'd nail it to the door. What an obituary. Lee, graveyards, time after time. Brilliant. A big red heart. Clap, clap. A big red heart.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much.
That was thanks for listening.
This is like being like the first time for Magical Women to sort of end on time. So this is brilliant. So thank you everyone who's contributed. But because it's also a space for like new people who've never oh yeah, sorry, I was still so the whole spotlight thing. 1 second. Hello, yes, hi. Because you know, those of you who, you know, might not quite know us or about us, we have maybe one last spot, 3 minutes, if anyone who was not quite sure and now might be a bit more sure to share some writing, now's the time, before I lead you with an oracle. So I'll give it like, I don't know, 30 seconds in the chat, and then I'll go into the oracle. I also am aware I don't want to put anyone on the spot either, so so only if you'd like to. Okay, so I'm going to read an oracle. And oracles are a little bit different to tarot cards because they often kind of lead with a sort of mantra or like one word that kind of offers us a little bit of guidance or insight or hope, if you like, into the kind of into the night, into the spooky, eerie night. But they can also be really powerful cards. And I'm a survivor artist and writer as well, and that what that means, and there are lots of survivors in the space, and actually I'm going to probably just say very quickly that Debbie runs or co-runs, but mainly runs the survivor writers as well, and Wendy, I met Wendy through that as well, and so magical kind of women lead by that we don't censor emotion or powerful emotions or the ways a lot of autistic people are often oppressed in society and feel that they're not able to express themselves or bring their words. So outside of running Magical Women, I'm also an arts mentor and an art psychotherapist, and I've begun using a lot more oracles and cards with clients, especially autistic clients who struggle sometimes with words or I suppose you know, hope or something, a mantra for the rest of the week. So what I'm going to do within the universe is I'm going to shuffle these cards. Now, if you don't believe in any of this, that's absolutely fine. But since this is a Halloween night, no, well, I know we're not a proper Halloween night, but a sort of time of coming together, I'm going to shuffle the cards and then I'm going to ask everyone, and you can put it in the chat, when you'd like me, or maybe we could nominate someone if you like. Maybe I could nominate Wendy or Sparky or someone. If you'd like to maybe nominate yourselves, or all of us nominate either Sparky or Wendy in the chat, and what they'll do is they'll be cutting the cards. So Yeah, just put down whether you'd like Wendy or Sparky. Don't worry about it. It's just a game. You know. So, and then Bridget can just count how many for who and what. Ooh, it's very close. 3 Wendys and 3 Sparkies. We just need one more person to determine who is going to cut the cards.
Sparky can do it.
Sparky, okay. Well, you can. What you can do then, Wendy, is you can decide when I stop shuffling.
Is it because I voted for you? Okay.
Okay, Wendy, when should I stop shuffling?
Now.
Okay, great. There you go. So, Sparky, where are you? It's going to go. I'm going to find you. I can't find you.
He's there.
Oh, there you are. Sparky, when should I cut the cards? You there? I think we've lost Sparky.
I think he's frozen.
I think he's frozen too.
Shall I?
Yes, cut the cards, yes.
Cut.
Okay. So now you can choose whether you'd like the top card or whether you'd like me to shuffle again. Sorry, Sparky, I don't know what happened.
I mean, it was probably a completely proportionate response. So.
Well, okay, Sparky, you can decide whether you're happy with the top card or whether you'd like me to cut again.
I missed you cutting first time, so can you cut again, please?
Okay, so now you have to just say where you'd like me to cut the cards.
There.
Okay. So are you happy with the top card?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm intrigued either way.
My goodness, what a wonderful card for this evening. It's confusion.
Hard relate.
Confusion.
Okay, so what
Good
what
new
does-
order song.
Yeah, it was quite a lovely card. So it's like, well, we'll find out soon. But so just for everyone to know, it's someone standing there, looking quite cold actually, and hugging themselves. And then it looks like the wind is hugging them. And something that's quite powerful within magical women is, especially autistic, ADHD neurodivergent artists anyway, is that they tend to make very intuitively their songs, their art, their images, and there's a lot of symbolism in them, which is why I love to use oracle cards. So we're going to find out what confusion means in the little sort of oracle book. I don't know everything off by heart. I'm sorry, I've got ADHD quite severely, and I do lose it all on the spot. So confusion. It's quite a cheesy thing, sorry, Sparky, but silver cloud. Every silver lining has a cloud. So the legend of this card: Jaina climbs Faith Mountain in dense fog, wondering whether her decision to leave her boyfriend was the right one. There is another man waiting in the wings. There always is. Silver cloud surrounds her, and it is cold and scary. Despite her confusion, she keeps climbing. As she reaches the summit, the fog clears, revealing the town far below. With Silver Cloud's help, she has journeyed much farther than she realized. She now knows what to do. She begins the long journey home to reclaim her love. So the inspiration of this card: through the willingness to be in confusion, we find clarity. There is nothing to solve. Meditation and quiet time will bring clarity. So the personal inquiry, has the signal gone? Did I freeze?
No, you're still here.
Anna, did I mute briefly?
No.
Yes, for a while. I missed the last little bit.
Okay. It was a little bit of a cheesy one, actually, but I think what they're trying to say is that that we and actually it brings it back to there was a comment, actually, it was Bethan's poem about stopping and sensing and being in the moment, and it kind of also kind of joins in with R.Dyer's song about their desk and kind of paying attention to it more. I'm sorry, R, if I got that wrong. That's how I interpreted it. Which, very funnily enough, during lockdown, I created an entire all of my songs and soundscapes were all on the objects in my bedroom. So I found it like really interesting, your song about the desk. So the personal inquiry, the question behind this card: can I see confusion as a good thing? Can I learn to let go of needing an immediate outcome? So the key ideas around this card is allowing confusion, allowing spiritual support, consequences of actions, and finding love, clarity, support, and revelation. So this is only if you find it safe or relaxing. If you don't like meditation, don't do it. But this is the sort of mantra or meditation, if you like. So if you feel comfortable and want to, you can close your eyes. If you don't like closing your eyes, you can look down or just, find a space where you're comfortable. So close your eyes and visualize the room you are in. Focus on one object in the room. When you are relaxed, sense the presence of silver cloud. When the object is no longer visible in your mind's eye, relax even more deeply and breathe. You are in the place of not knowing. It is a completely safe and relaxed environment. Ask for the highest good, and this shall be revealed. So, to sum up this card of confusion, I think it's about sort of being in the space or the process of making and sharing in a beautiful community like this one, and being able to allow sort of for creativity and images and arts and words to be brought up into being. I really hope that this evening you've had, Sparky's just written, I am cheesy. I really hope though that this evening has really supported your practice, whether you are a poet, whether you're an artist, or you like to garden maybe, because I think what's so powerful about bringing autistic artists and musicians together is that the music or the art really speaks to the soul. And often, like when I'm listening to R.Dyer's music or Bethan's storytelling or Wendy's poetry, Lauren's songs at the very beginning of this evening, like now I feel so much stronger to go out into the world and also to create and make in my own voice. So I just want to thank everyone this evening for supporting all our artists, for your contributions in the chat, and that we have another Magical Women event coming up at Christmas time on the 14th of December. It's the Christmas Coven. It'll be just like this, probably with the same performers, but also new ones as well. And we also have an evening on the 17th of November, which is actually an autistic-led art project that I was leading this year, and R.Dyer and I will be performing with other autistic musicians and poets. So we really hope you can join us then too. So thank you so much for this evening, and I will save the chat. And what I will do is I will email all the performers the beautiful feedback we've received, and I will email all of you that have come this evening with the key dates as well, so that you can catch us another time. So thank you so very much, and have a really lovely evening.
Thanks, Hannah. Brilliant. Thanks, Bridget. Thanks. Brilliant. Thanks.
Thank you so much.